Michael, let's talk a bit about the brain and memory.
Okay.
You mentioned the hippocampus. Now that's a Greek word for a seahorse.
Yes.
Now, and the amygdala, I think, is the Greek word for an almond or something like that. They
That's right,
used simple words, but we've adopted all these tricky words.
Yes.
But anyway, the hippocampus is key, and it's only a small bit in the brain where we remember things. Now, how do you understand short-term memory as opposed to long-term memory?
Sorry, what was the question? That's short-term memory.
That's short-term
right?
memory, yeah.
Long-term memory is what I did at Christmas time last year, right? Distinct time differences,
Yep.
right? Which has to do with our temporal brain. It's on the sides, just near the hippocampus as well. And memories, just as a general statement, memories are encoded mainly through emotional intensity.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So if there's something that's excitable that happens, we're more likely to remember that. If it's something that's intense, like a trauma, we may remember that, but we may also, because of the intensity of it, not be able to cope, so it gets pushed down into an unconscious part of our brain.
Yes.
Right? So we don't remember it.
Yeah.
But it still gets stored in our body. So that brings in what we call sensory memory. Body memory. Yeah.
The body keeps the score of
Yep.
some things that happen. And like you mentioned, sometimes we suppress things when they pop up, we bat them away, but some things we repress and
Yes.
we push under the carpet and nail the carpet down so that we don't even want to go there. And you can go for many years having memories about things that happen to you that are nailed down but very disturbing, and they can surface, can't they,
Yes,
to people
yes, they
at different stages
Yeah.
or get triggered by something.
And could I just say on that, one of the things about repression and suppression, we say that we push them down. I don't believe it's, well, I push that one, I'll push that one down. I don't think
No,
it's like that.
it's not conscious.
I have this understanding of our being having a psyche, right? Sort of a mind of its own.
Yes.
That when it believes we're not going to be able to cope with it, it'll grab that and pull it down. So we don't have to cope with it. And then at a time later on in life, when it thinks, I don't have to hang on to this any longer, I'm going to let bits of this come up. And it comes up just gradually. It doesn't all come up at once, but it gradually comes up. And if we're in tune with that, we can actually do something with it. We can actually bring it out slowly if we go and speak to someone about it. But one of the key indicators is noticing what happens in our body. That's the start of recognising sensory memory.
The other thing about memory, there's procedural memory.
Yes.
How do you understand that?
Well, procedural memory, that's the kind of thing where, like, you get into a car and you drive it, hop on a bike, you know how to pedal, how to steer, how to keep balance, sitting at a table, you know which is the fork, which is a knife, what to do with them. That's procedural memory.
Yes. And most of the viewers have driven somewhere based on their procedural memory for driving.
And most of them eat with utensils.
Yes.
I would hope.
And then we've got semantic memory. Yeah.
And
Tell us about that.
Semantic memory is verbal.
Yep.
Right? So it's language, it's words, it's being able to put sentences together.